Hello again and welcome back to the channel. This is Michael from TOEFLresources.com. In today's video, I'm going to talk about how to use ChatGPT to improve your TOEFL vocabulary. And yes, yesterday I put up a video about the same topic. And someone left a comment, and I'm paraphrasing here. They said you've got this amazing technology and you've just used it to make a list of words. That's it. And I was like, oh yeah, we can probably use ChatGPT to do more than just make a list of words, right? We can do a lot of things. So that's the point of today's video, to really push the limits of ChatGPT in terms of TOEFL reading preparation. So what we've got here to start with is a TOEFL reading passage. This is one of the free ones that ETS gives away on its website. I'll put a link in the video description down below. Now, your goal here is to do the same thing with as many reading passages as you can. After you use them to prepare for the test, after you answer the questions and check your answers and repeat, the next thing I want you to do is, use ChatGPT to kind of get some vocabulary practice from them. So you're not just going to do this once, you're going to do it 10 times or 20 times or 100 times. And eventually, your academic vocabulary is really going to improve. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to copy it all over to my window, and I'm going to say, I'm going to give ChatGPT some instructions. I'll say, please read the following article. Make a list of 30 words that appear in the article which are uncommon in English. I think 30 is a pretty good number. You can go 40 if you want. If the number's too high, you'll get a lot of easy words, but if the number's too low, you'll only get the really technical words. You know what? Let's do a bit more. Let's say 33. I want more words. And then, of course, I will paste in the article, and let's see what it gives us. Paleontologists. No kidding. This whole article is about dinosaurs going extinct. Mesozoic, yeah, that's technical. Torrid, seaways, conventional, meteorites, bombard, acid rain, greenhouse effect, organisms. So yeah, these are some pretty good academic words, right? These are words you're going to really want to know if you get a TOEFL reading passage about dinosaurs or something like that. So I've got a bunch of words. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to copy them over, and I'm going to open up a new chat. I've been told that if you start a new chat for each thing, it's probably a good idea because you don't want your output kind of really polluted by the other requests you've made, maybe. So I've got a list of words, and now I want some practice materials, some things I can read to really memorize the words in a fun and interesting way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, please write a romantic story using all of the following words. The story should be about 700 words in total. 700 I picked because that's how long a TOEFL reading passage is. And I'm going to paste them in. Now, I think I might even delete a few of them. Like Mesozoic is really technical. You're probably not going to get that on the test, so I will delete that. And anything else that looks like it may not appear. Iridium is an element. Probably not going to get that on the test, so I am going to delete it. I don't want to waste my time studying that. The rest of it looks pretty good. Cenozoic, you probably won't get on that, but I'll leave it to make the story more fun. Cretaceous, let's delete that as well. You'll notice too that sometimes you get phrases. You asked for words, but it gives you acid rain and greenhouse effect. That's fine. Food chain, these are good things you're going to want to know. So let's see what kind of fun romantic story ChatGPT gives us. I hope this is not offensive to anyone. Once upon a time, sure, okay. There were two paleontologists, Sarah and Jack. They were both passionate about studying the fossil record and learning about the history of life on Earth. They met during a conference on the Cenozoic area, where they presented their research on the impact of meteorites on the extinction of cold-blooded organisms. Sarah was fascinated by the chemical fluctuations that occurred during the torrid and frigid periods of Earth's history, while Jack was more interested in the conventional hypotheses surrounding extinctions. How nice. Despite their different areas of focus, they found common ground in their love for science and their curiosity about the world around them. And then it goes on, talks about an asteroid impact, which inhibited photosynthesis and caused the eradication of many species. Acid rain in the greenhouse effect also contributed, causing a massive die-off of organisms. That's quite a story. And it goes on. And then we get back to the romance. The research showed that even in times of extreme environmental fluctuation, life finds a way to adapt and survive. It was a romantic notion that both Sarah and Jack cherished, and it inspired them to continue their work in the field of paleontology. And now we get to the good part. As they gazed up at the stars one night, Jack took Sarah's hand and told her that he had a hypothesis about the origins of life on Earth. He suggested that perhaps life had been brought to our planet by meteorites, bombarding the Earth's surface and seeding it with the building blocks of life. Sarah smiled, taking in the beauty of the moment. The stars glittered like diamonds against the night sky, and she knew she was in the right place with the right person. With a sense of excitement, she agreed to work with Jack on his new hypotheses, eager to explore the mysteries of our universe. And so they continued their journey. I'm really into this. They continued their journey together, exploring the depths of the past and the vastness of the cosmos. Their love for each other and their passion for science sustained them through the challenges and uncertainties of life. They knew they were part of a larger story, a story of evolution, adaptation, and perseverance, and they were grateful for the opportunity to be part of it. So here you go. You've got a fun story. You can read it. You can see the words in context, and you will improve your vocabulary. Now, you will notice sometimes ChatGPT does make mistakes. So maybe some of the words aren't actually in the story. I don't know. But you get the point. Most of them are. You can double check on your own. I'll post this story on the website somewhere. Now, we're not going to stop there. So that was a fun romantic story. And I've done this experiment a few times with romantic stories and science fiction stories, funny stories. You can get something enjoyable almost every time. But maybe we should get something more academic to further practice with. So I'm going to say, write an academic article using all of the following words. It should be about 700 words in total. And in this case, I'm going to leave in even the technical words, because we're looking for something academic. I'm not going to read this one. But check it out. The Mesozoic era, spanning over 180 million years, is known for its diverse flora and fauna and significant geological events. The era is divided into 3 periods: Triassic, Jurassic, and Cretaceous. During the Mesozoic era, blah, blah, blah. One hypothesis that has gained popularity among paleontologists is the role of extraterrestrial impacts in shaping the Mesozoic area. What we've done here is we've almost created our own TOEFL reading passage. So this is even better practice. And in fact, if you're a TOEFL teacher who wants a material to share with their students, this is something here. It's about 700 words, which is as long as a real passage. One thing you could do to modify your request is you could ask for like 6 paragraphs only, because that's closer. I think the paragraphs here are shorter than a real TOEFL article. But there you go. You've got some academic reading practice with all these key TOEFL words. If you study with this material, your TOEFL vocabulary will increase. And as I said, this is just like, 1 or 2 days of studying. You're going to want to do this again and again and again. And in time, you'll have a much stronger academic vocabulary, and you'll be better able to answer the reading questions on the test. As I've said many times, the secret of like mastering the reading section is not using strategies and tips and tricks. If you don't understand the words, none of the strategies are going to work. You really do need to to improve your vocabulary. So we're almost done, but I got a couple more things I want to do. I'm going to make a new window, and I'm going to say, please read the following list of words. Give me a definition of each word and a sample sentence for each one. You want to be as specific as possible when you give this machine requests. And I think for this activity, I'm going to delete Mesozoic because I don't care. I'm going to delete Cretaceous. I'm going to delete Cenozoic, and I'm going to delete Iridium. I don't want to waste my time studying really technical words. Anyways, let's see what it produces. Paleontologists, scientists who study fossils to understand the history of life on Earth. And gives me a sentence. You know, I shouldn't even limit myself to one sentence. I should say, give me 2 sample sentences. I've got all this, this technology at my disposal. I should ask for more. Torrid. Characterized by intense heat or passion. The torrid affair between the 2 movie stars dominated the tabloid headlines for weeks. Yeah, okay. I probably would have gone with like the other definition of torrid. Well, I guess the definition is right. The sentence is a bit weird. But it's producing the list. It's going on and on. Meteorites, incorporated, metallic, clay, calculations, asteroid. And you'll notice it has an output limit. I think it stops after like 8,000 characters. So you want to say, please finish after it stops so you can get the rest of the words. And it just picks up where it left off. Photosynthesis, inhibiting, acid rain. And again, I do want to point out that, you know, it's not a perfect technology. Sometimes it will make mistakes. But I think for this sort of thing, it's a very, very, very useful tool. Okay. And I think that's all of them. So I've got 29 words. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy these words over to my own document, and I'm going to copy the stories over, and then I'm going to study with them. I'm going to have fun with them, and then I'm going to move on to the next article. I'll put up links in the video description so you can find what I produced today. But I want to try doing one more thing. And sometimes this works, sometimes it doesn't. I've failed in my experiments occasionally. But I want to see if I can get ChatGPT to quiz me on these words. So I'm just gonna put in a request for that. Let's see what happens. I want you to quiz me on these words. Please give me a definition, and I will try to guess the word. Okay. If I get it correct, please move on to the next word. So I think that looks to be pretty specific, right? I want you to quiz me on these words. Please give me a definition, and I will try to guess the matching word. If I get it correct, please move on to the next word. Let's see what happens. Sure, let's get started. Okay, a person who studies prehistoric life through the examination of fossils. I'm going to guess paleontologist. Correct. And then it gives me the next word. Relating to the chemistry of the Earth's crust and the processes that occur within it, I have no idea. I should have studied for this test. Geology, maybe? Good guess, but the correct word is geochemical. And then it gives me a nice explanation. I didn't even ask for that. Geology is the study of the Earth's physical structure and substance, while geochemistry is a branch of chemistry that focuses on the chemical composition of reactions in rocks and minerals in the Earth's crust. So, I mean, I guess I could say, give me 2 chances to answer before it tells me the correct one. But, you know, you could experiment. And I guess I need to ask it for the next word. Next word, please. Not as severe or intense as something else. I'm going to say milder. Now that might be on the list or not. We'll see. Great job. That's correct. Very cold in temperature. I'm having so much fun with this. That's frigid. Correct. Acted as a protective barrier against outside influences. I don't know. You get the point. So this will go on and kind of cycle through the words. And you can experiment with different kind of quiz requests if you want it to be done in a different way. But that's a basic kind of vocabulary quiz. And like, if you've got your ChatGPT and you've got your list of words, you can just kind of come back to this. You bring in the list of words, you give it the words, you make a quiz. You do the same quiz a couple of weeks later. You keep refreshing your memory of these words. All right, I think I'm going to leave it at that. But if you have any questions about how to do this, leave them down below, and I'll try to answer them. I'm not a ChatGPT expert, but I have been playing around with the technology to some extent. Yeah, so stay tuned to the channel. There's more videos coming up about this. I did promise a video about having ChatGPT actually teach you how to answer questions, like TOEFL reading questions. So that should come in a few days. Keep an eye out for that. I'll leave it at that, but I'll see you guys real soon. Take care.